woke up one day to find a grieving mother, not a human, but a creature of the wild, standing at your doorstep begging you to save her child. To hear the full story, stay until the end. Around 6 o'clock in the morning, I opened the door of my isolated home, nestled in the Adirondack Mountains, and took a deep breath of the fresh forest air, filled with the scent of pine and morning dew. I, Aiden Brody, once a journalist and now an aspiring writer, not fully awake yet, wandered out into the street wearing nothing but a tattered flannel shirt and worn-out shoes, yawning, dreaming of a strong cup of coffee to help me start another day in my self-imposed wilderness exile. That's when I froze, as if struck by lightning, because just a few steps away from me stood a massive black bear, its presence filling the entire space, making the air heavy and still. The bear did not move, did not growl, nor show any signs of aggression. It simply stood there on my porch, breathing heavily, its body trembling, its fur matted and damp, as if it had just emerged from a raging river or fought a fierce battle with an unknown enemy. What struck me most were its eyes. Dark, wet, almost human, tears seeming to spill from them and run down its face like broken faucets. Never in my life had I seen a wild animal truly cry. The sight pierced my heart deeply, making me forget the fear that this powerful creature, capable of crushing my skull with a single blow, should have inspired. It was then that I noticed the lifeless body of a bear cub dangling from her mouth, its limbs limp, its head hanging to one side, utterly devoid of life, like a rag doll abandoned by a careless child. At that moment, I realized that the bear before me was not just any bear, it was a mother carrying her dying cub. My first instinct was to close the door, to reach for the old rifle hanging on the kitchen wall, a natural reaction when facing wildlife at your doorstep, but something in her behavior, in that silent maternal despair, stopped me. I didn't feel threatened, rather I saw a mother standing at the threshold of a tragedy so deep I couldn't name it. Ignoring every instinct for self-preservation, every story of bear attacks, every warning from park rangers, I knelt before the still form of the cub. He was small, about the size of a regular Cocker Spaniel, his ribs protruding, dried blood crusted around one ear. As I looked closer, just when I was almost certain he was dead, I noticed a barely perceptible quiver in his chest, so faint that had I not been staring so intensely, I might have missed it. I looked up at the mother bear. She continued to fix me with a strange, conscious gaze. Before I had time to think, the words slipped from my mouth. "I'll do my best, okay? I'll try to help him." The bear did not move, as if she understood every word. My heart hammering in my chest, I carefully wrapped the trembling cub in my flannel shirt, moving slowly, ready for a roar or attack. But the bear simply remained seated, as if she somehow knew. Inside, I placed the cub on the couch and frantically gathered anything that might help. Towels, a heating pad, hot water bottles, acting more from instinct than knowledge, while constantly glancing out the window where the mother bear remained, an immovable shadow watching my house. The cub was cold and limp, yet had not crossed that final boundary. Standing in the middle of the living room, cradling the fragile little body, I asked myself, what the hell do I do now? In that moment, I realized this was more than just a strange encounter with wildlife. Something had chosen me, something beyond all natural law and common sense. I rushed to the back room, found an old heater, and turned it up full blast, surrounding it with every soft fabric I could find. Blankets, towels, pillows, creating a warm nest for the tiny patient. His breathing was shallow, his back legs were stiff, possibly broken or paralyzed. Dried blood clung around one ear. Outside, the bear mother sat as still as an ancient statue, watching, waiting. I grabbed the phone and dialed the only veterinarian I knew, Rachel Kowalski, who mainly dealt with farm animals. "Rachel, it's Aiden. I have a bear cub in my house. He's badly hurt. His mother brought him to me. She's still outside." Rachel paused for a long, disbelieving moment before finally saying, "Aiden, are you sure you haven't been drinking?" "No, damn it, I'm serious. I don't have time to explain. What do I do to save him?" After another pause, she sighed and gave me quick instructions. "Keep him warm. Check for any open wounds. Don't feed him solids yet, only liquids. Mix honey with water and feed him drop by drop. I'll call Ginny. She used to work at a wildlife rehab center. Hold on, we're on our way." I found an old bottle of honey, mixed it with warm water, and used a turkey bastard to carefully drip the liquid into the cub's mouth. At first, no response, but after a few tries, his tiny tongue flicked weakly. Hope stirred in me. "That's it, little warrior, stay with me." I sat by his side for over an hour, talking, singing, sometimes cursing under my breath, all while keeping the front door wide open. The mother bear occasionally lifted her head, meeting my gaze, then lowered it again, a simple movement that spoke of incredible trust. By midday, the cub moved his paw slightly, just a lazy, tiny motion. Tears streamed down my face unnoticed. I whispered to him, knowing full well I was just a rider with a towel and a hot water bottle, trying to save a creature I knew nothing about. The clinic inside my house was rudimentary, every surface covered in blankets, towels piled high, heaters blasting warmth. The little bear lay swaddled like a newborn, one paw sticking out, bleeding again from what looked like a bite wound, swollen, red, and clearly infected. I disinfected it as best I could with hydrogen peroxide, and when the cub flinched, I rejoiced. Pain meant his nervous system was still functioning. Outside, the mother bear remained, tracking every movement, every shadow from her spot. I cracked the door open and told her softly, he's still with us. Barely, but he's fighting. She took a deep breath, as if she understood. When Rachel and wildlife specialist Ginny finally arrived after sunset, the mother bear retreated into the shadows, but didn't leave, still watching from a safe distance. Ginny got to work with practiced precision. It's a male bear's bite, she said after examining him. Sometimes male bears kill cubs to make the mother go into heat again. This little one is lucky. His mom protected him and brought him to you. It's incredible she chose a human. The thought chilled me. A wild animal judging me trustworthy enough to entrust her most precious possession. Ginny and Rachel spent hours cleaning wounds, administering antibiotics, hydrating the cub. When they left, his breathing was steadier, his paw professionally bandaged. We'll leave you some medication and instructions, Ginny said as she packed up, but once he's better, you must release him back into the wild. He can't stay with you forever, Aiden. Over the next 2 weeks, the cub, whom I named Baxter, because it simply felt right, though I knew I shouldn't get attached, recovered amazingly fast. His wounds healed, his appetite returned, and he grew more curious and confident, exploring my house. After I was sure that he was completely recovered, I put him in a box inside the car and returned him to his normal life, and to his poor mother, who had waited for days for him to return to her, and looked at me with a look of gratitude as if to say thank you for saving my child. If you liked the video, don't forget to support us with a like, subscribe, and activate the bell button to see everything new in the world of the wild.